All right, let's talk about SEO for your product pages. We're going to break down a super simple but really powerful 4-step framework. Look, if you're trying to turn all that search traffic into actual real sales, then you're going to want to stick around for this. Let's just dive right in.
Okay, so let me ask you something. You ever look at your analytics and you see all this traffic hitting your product pages, but then you look at your sales and it's just crickets? Yeah, it's an incredibly common problem, and honestly, it is so frustrating for so many stores out there.
But here's the thing, right? The problem probably isn't the traffic. It's that your product page isn't set up to pull in the right kind of traffic, the people who are actually ready to buy. And that's exactly what we're going to fix right now with this simple 4-step plan.
All right, let's get into it. Step 1, smart keyword research. And here's the big mindset shift you need to make. You've got to stop focusing on just raw search volume. Instead, we're going to focus on something way more important: purchase intent.
I mean, just look at the difference here. On one side, you've got a super broad term like shoes. Sure, it gets a ton of searches, but it's like casting a giant net into the ocean. You're going to catch a lot of fish that you don't want, people who are just browsing, you know? But on the other side, a super specific phrase like women's black suede handbag. Yeah, way less traffic, but the person typing that in, they know exactly what they want, they've got their wallet out. That is the traffic you're after.
So these magical high-intent keywords actually have a name. We call them bottom funnel keywords. You can think of them as the golden ticket. These are the exact phrases people type into Google literally moments before they're ready to buy. Your whole strategy, everything, needs to be built around finding and using these. Okay, so you've done your research, you've found your winning keyword. What now? Well, we move on to step 2, the on-page blueprint. This is where the rubber meets the road. We're going to get super tactical and figure out exactly where to put that keyword to get the best results. So this is basically your checklist for telling Google exactly what your page is about. There are 6 critical spots where your keyword has to be. First up is the URL slug. That's just the end part of the web address. You want it clean and easy to read. Next, your H1 tag. Don't let the name scare you. That's just your main product title on the page. Then you've got your meta title and meta description. Think of this as your ad on Google, your headline and your sales pitch. It has to be in the product description, of course. And finally, don't forget your image alt text. It's a little hidden description that tells search engines what your photos are, and it's great for accessibility too.
And here is a huge pro tip for your meta title, that headline that shows up in the Google results. Whatever you do, don't bury your keyword at the end. You've got to front load it. Get it as close to the beginning as you possibly can. It instantly signals to the person searching, yep, you're in the right place, this is what you're looking for.
Okay, here's a little psychological trick for you. Now, technically, the meta description doesn't directly help you rank higher. But, and this is a big but, you absolutely have to put your keyword in there. Why? Because when someone searches for that term, Google makes it bold. And our eyes are just drawn to bold text. It's like a little magnet, basically screaming at the user, hey, over here, this is the one you want.
And this is a perfect example of why a clean URL matters so much. Seriously, which one of these would you rather click? The one on the left that's just a jumble of letters and numbers, or the one on the right that clearly says what it is? It's a no-brainer, right? A good URL isn't just for Google. It builds trust with a real person before they've even landed on your site.
Now, for the product description itself, you want to weave that keyword in naturally. A good rule of thumb is maybe 2 or 3 times for every 100 words or so, but please don't just copy and paste it over and over again like a robot. You've got to use variations. So if your main keyword is women's black suede handbag, you could also say black suede purse or this suede accessory. Just talk like a human.
Okay, let's move on to step 3, visuals that convert. And honestly, this can be the make or break part of your entire page. It's really that simple. Bad images, no sales. Great images, way more sales, period.
So what makes an image great? Well, yeah, of course you need high-quality photos from all the different angles, good lighting, all that stuff. But the real secret sauce? Lifestyle shots. You have to show the product being used in a real-life situation. It helps your customer visualize it in their life. And hey, here's a quick technical tip that is so important and easy to forget. Compress your images. Use a modern format like WebP if you can. A slow loading page is one of the fastest ways to lose a sale. And that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle. Step 4, the power of reviews. Think about it. A customer lands on your page, they love your photos. What's the very next thing they do? They scroll down to see what other people thought. They're looking for social proof. And let me tell you, it might just be the most powerful sales tool you have.
I mean, just think about the last time you bought something on Amazon. You probably scrolled right past the product with 0 reviews and went for the one with hundreds or even thousands, right? We all do it. Nobody wants to be the guinea pig. It's just human nature. We're wired to trust what other people have already tried and approved.
Just check out this number. Over 1,200 reviews for one single product that costs more than $100. That's not just a number on a page. That is a massive, flashing neon sign of trust and quality. It screams to any new customer, hey, this is a safe bet. Lots of people love this.
And this is what that trust actually sounds like. I mean, come on. When a real customer leaves a review like that, it's 1,000 times more powerful than any marketing slogan you could ever come up with. It's real, it's authentic, and it absolutely sells.
So really, the big takeaway is this. When you make an effort to get and display customer reviews, you're not just getting feedback. What you're actually doing is building an entire sales team, a sales team that you don't even have to pay, that works for you 24/7, telling everyone how great your product is.
So, that's it. That's your 4-step winning formula. Let's recap real quick. 1. Find those high purchase intent keywords. 2. Use the on-page blueprint to place them in all the key spots. 3. Use incredible visuals that help people imagine using your product. And 4. Seal the deal with social proof by leveraging those amazing customer reviews.
And you know what's crazy? So many of your competitors are just lazy about this stuff. They skip over these fundamentals. This isn't about some secret, complicated hack. It's just about doing the basics really, really well. If you just decide not to be lazy, you will beat them.
So, I'll leave you with this one last question to chew on. Take a hard, honest look at your own product pages. Are you really, truly doing the basics better than your competition? Because if the answer is no, well, now you have the exact playbook to change that.